Brazilian striker Carlos Vinicius scores his first goals for Spurs. Harry Winks scores a screamer from 56 yards. 3 youngsters make their Spurs debut. Tottenham Hotspur 4, Ludogorets 0. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. Tonight, Tottenham Hotspur are in action against the Bulgarian champions, Ludogorets. They have lost all 3 Europa League games in the group stages so far. Tottenham are sitting top of Group J at the moment. We have played 3, we have won 2 and we have lost 1. But I'm hoping that Spurs can get the 3 points tonight. Of course, Tottenham head coach Jose Mourinho will be making a lot of changes tonight from the Manchester City win on Saturday. And of course, we're facing Chelsea on Sunday. So Jose Mourinho's got to rotate the squad. Players like Gareth Bale, Lucas Moura, Dele Alli. I would love to see Dele Alli involved tonight. Carlos Vinicius, hopefully he can shine and grab a few goals tonight as well. I'm now going to speak to Spurs fan Ian ahead of today's game to see what he predicts for tonight. Ian, welcome back to the channel. Nice to have you back again. It's been a long time. Now, we have got Ludogorets today at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Europa League. The team lineup has just come out. It is Joe Hart, Matt Doherty, Davinson Sanchez, Jabat Tanganga, Ben Davies as captain, Harry Winks, Tanguy Ndombele, Dele Alli returns to Tottenham's midfield, Lucas Moura, Gareth Bale and Carlos Vinicius. What do you make of that lineup and how do you think the Tottenham will get on tonight?
Absolutely perfect. It's actually up to the players, isn't it, to actually prove that they deserve to be in the squad now. Yeah, I'm really pleased to see Dele back in because I think he can make a difference. How do I think we'll get on? I think we'll win 3-0. It'd be nice to see Vinicius. What is it? Vinicius. Right. Yeah, him as well. Yeah, it'd be nice to see him do a job, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I think we'll do all right. Hart's in goal, and you say?
He is, yeah.
Right. In that case, then I think it's ideal because we've got such a busy Christmas period coming up, haven't we? Wouldn't it be brilliant to have every member of the squad where they can actually deliver?
Surely they'll deliver. It should be a routine win for Tottenham, shouldn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I have you heard on the Ludogorets if they actually got many pulled out? Because they had three COVID sufferers, didn't they?
To be honest, it shouldn't make a difference. Tottenham should win comfortably tonight. I'm going to go for a 4-0 win. Right. You know, I'm hoping that Tottenham can keep a clean sheet, even though Jose Mourinho is making so many changes. But in particular, isn't it lovely to see Dele Alli back in Jose Mourinho's starting 11?
Yeah, totally. I was really pleased to see that comment that Dele actually said last week about having to put in the effort because it gave the impression that he actually wanted to stay there. It'd be brilliant to think we didn't have to sell him because he could do a job, can't he? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, what I wanted to ask you is, Tottenham are top of the Premier League. I've been mentioning that on every single video this week. It is absolutely delightful to see Spurs at the top of the Premier League, a quarter of the season in. We are top of Group J as well in the Europa League. How is it being a Tottenham fan right now?
It's absolutely brilliant. And I've worked on the theory that if we don't lose any more games this year for the rest of the season, we could have a really good season. You know, we could be a couple of cup winners in and sort of like winning the league. I don't expect anything less, really, mate. You know, it's brilliant being a Spurs fan, and we're not being ridiculed for a change.
Ian, I know it's a long way off, the Europa League final and, of course, the end of the Premier League season. But do you think that Jose Mourinho can put a trophy in the cabinet for Spurs at the end of this season?
I've said to you all along, I think that I see him being here for 2 years, and I think he will actually bring us deliverance on trophies, and then he'll probably serve his time and he'll move on again, hopefully with our blessings, because of the fact you want him to actually be successful, and then I won't even mind having Poch back then a couple of years later, after Man United would come runner-up to Tottenham maybe.
Ian, on Sunday, obviously after tonight's game, we've got Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League. Now, the substitutes tonight for Tottenham, Eric Dyer, normally a starter, Sergio Reguilon, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Moussa Sissoko, Harry Kane, Heung-min Son. Jose Mourinho's resting a lot of players tonight ahead of Sunday's game.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to actually have that example of a couple of years ago with the disaster there, do we? So we want to make sure we look a bloody sight better team, so a damn sight better team than Chelsea, I think. I don't think there's anyone to beat us at the moment. I just think we're stunning. Absolutely blooming awesome, mate. You know, I'm really impressed with what we're doing. He's getting every one of those players to actually play the tune. Harry and Sonny are really doing the number, aren't they? But they must be loving it. Yeah. And let's face it, if you've got Bale as a backup to Sonny and Harry, whereby even if you lose one of them, you can actually bring in somebody like that, and the opposition will still be scared. Brilliant. Yeah. No, we can do that on Sunday.
But going back to this one up tonight, Ian, you've got players like Davinson Sanchez, you've got Tanganga making his first appearance of the season so far, Harry Winks, you've got Dele Alli. Surely these players, when they're given the opportunity, they have to take it tonight, don't they?
Yeah, totally. I think if you look at Harry Winks, he's trying to get in. I don't like this press releases saying about him thinking about going in January. That's a bit worrying to me, because that's actually rocking the boat a little bit. Whether it's his agent that's doing that, I don't know. For Sanchez, he's had quite a hard time because didn't his wife just have a baby a couple of weeks ago? Yeah. So things like that, it does impact. It affected Harry Kane when his wife had one of their 17 children, So I'm Davinson Sanchez. He just needs to get back on track again, doesn't he? Really, it's hard for him when you're actually not playing in the first team every week.
But the squad depth for Tottenham so far this season has been fantastic, isn't it? Do you think that Tottenham will sign any players in January as well?
No, not at all. Do you? I can't see any, but I don't see anyone that we need. If we do them, all you're doing is going to do is actually upset the players that are actually there feeling threatened, because you've already got someone like, if you actually look, you've got the players out on loan that are ready to come back in, like what's it? Is it from the one that was from Fulham? Ryan Sessegnon. Ryan Sessegnon. And then you've actually got the lad that's up in Norwich at the moment. They're both ready to come back in. Aren't they? He is going to be a hell of a player. Okay, I'm struggling. I've had too much. I started drinking at 2:00 this afternoon, mate. It's lockdown mode, isn't it? Well, that's the reason why I look like a Michelin man, and I'm actually growing into my shell suit.
Ian, what's your score prediction? 3-0?
3-0 for tonight, yep. And
who do you think will get on the score sheet? Who's going to get on the score sheet tonight?
Vinicius, if I can say it right. Vinicius, as an alternative, he could be a number 2. I'd like to see Gareth Bale get one. Yeah. And the third one, maybe, Joe Hart. Let's give Joe Hart one, shall we?
Ian, enjoy the game and stop drinking. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, come on, you Spurs. Thanks, Chris. Take care, mate.
It's half-time, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Ludogorets 0. It has been a very easy and comfortable first 45 minutes for Spurs. A very one-sided half, like a training exercise. Ludogorets have hardly got out of their half, and Joe Hart has hardly touched the ball. It has been Carlos Vinicius' night so far in this Europa League tie against Ludogorets. His first goal came in the 16th minute, his first ever Tottenham goal. Tanguy Ndombele fed the ball through to Dele Alli. Dele Alli then played Carlos Vinicius through. It came off the defender, and then Carlos Vinicius finished it with his left foot. In the 21st minute, Gareth Bale nearly made it 2-0 to Spurs. A great give and go from Tottenham. Gareth Bale then tried to curl it into the top corner, just over. In the 26th minute, Harry Winks had a shot from outside the box, just wide. Very unlucky from the Tottenham and England midfielder. And in the 32nd minute, Ben Davies, our left-back, hit the post with his left foot. Very unlucky. 2 minutes later, in the 34th minute, Carlos Vinicius made it 2-0 to Spurs. Tanguy Ndombele had a shot, a fantastic save from their goalkeeper. Dele Alli, very unselfish. Could have scored, should have scored himself, but he laid it across to Carlos Vinicius to just tap it into an empty net. 2-0. Then in the 35th minute, Lucas Moura, I thought it was going to be 3-0, but his shot just went wide. Tottenham have had all of the possession. We have had all of the chances so far. It should have been and could have been a lot more than 2-0 at half-time. I'm now going to speak to Spurs fan Dave to see what he made of the first half. It's half-time. It's Tottenham 2, Ludogorets 0. I've got Spurs fan Dave with me. Dave, like a training session, wasn't it, that first half?
It really was, and if you can't enjoy those sort of games when Spurs are winning, then you're never going to enjoy a Tottenham performance, because it was arguably too easy. They're a third of the way through to what I suggested, 6-0, and I know they're halfway to what you said, 4-0. But Ludogorets are just giving the ball away. There's no press on the ball. We're just strolling round, and it's I mean, if they can't put these people to the sword, then I don't know what else. But no, it's a lovely game for Carlos Vesuvius, is what Jones calls him. But Vinny has scored a couple of lovely goals, and I thought Ali was very unselfish in that second one, because he could have easily have gone for it himself, but. Seeing Carlos was in a better position, he just passed to him. But yeah, I thought I mean, it's going like clockwork today. I thought really good. So
if Tottenham are clinical though, Dave, in the second half, this could be high numbers, couldn't it?
It could be, yeah, it could be. And but I think Lucas Moura deserves a goal. He's been putting a shift in. He's had plenty of chances, but this seems to be his last ball is missing out on him. I mean, he could have played Gareth Bale in once, and he didn't. But I think there might be a goal for Lucas in this one. But
made the first goal look very easy, though, didn't he?
He did. I mean, he got a lucky ricochet, but I mean, all strikers need a little bit of luck, but he was in the right place at the right time. I've been very impressed with Ndombele. I think he's been running the show. And I think he's got to take him off, really, Mourinho, just to save him, really, because I presume he's going to play him Sunday. So he won't want him, after 60 minutes, he'll take him off, because he played, 60 minutes, was it? 65 against Man City. And Lo Celso come on. So, yeah.
Isn't it nice to see Dele Alli back in the starting 11 and being involved in both goals, though, Dave?
Yeah, it was. It was very, very good, and he looked sharp. He looks like he's up for it. He had a couple of snapshots that I think he was trying to impress the manager, but yeah, he's looking. He's growing into the game. I think is the word to put it. He's growing into the game. But I mean, Japhet Tanganga, you called that one. That he would be playing, so yeah, it's good that he's getting a run out as well. I mean, this is a perfect game for these players, isn't it? To give them game time. So he's got to be happy with that.
Well, it's about taking chances, and a lot of these players are doing that, aren't they?
They are taking chances, and. I'm just asked to see Vinicius getting a couple of goals, because that's going to help his confidence. So, yeah, I mean, the boys on the bench look frozen solid, don't they? Don't you think? I mean, they're tapping their feet, and it must be cold out. It's 2 or 3 degrees out there. And I'm glad I'm indoors in a way. I know I've got my new Hampstead haircut as well. So, my ears would have been frozen. They would have been falling off in the ground tonight, but
I reckon Joe Hart's pretty cold as well, Dave, because he's had nothing to do. I reckon you could have gone in goal tonight.
I could have gone in goal, yeah, but no doubt somebody would have had a snapshot from the halfway line.
Dave, enjoy the second half and come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, come on, Tottenham, let's get a goal.
The game has just finished. Tottenham Hotspur 4, Ludogorets 0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Europa League. Now, in the 57th minute, Harry Winks, what a lovely move, a lovely ball over to Doherty, who then crossed for Gareth Bale, and then the goalkeeper saved. In the 61st minute, Tanguy Ndombele came off, and then the midfield general, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, then came on. In the 63rd minute, Harry Winks, what a goal! Some people are saying that he was crossing it for Gareth Bale. Some people are saying that, he went for goal, but what a goal it was from 56 yards, making it 3-0. Now, Harry Winks is quite often criticised, doesn't shoot enough, doesn't do enough, not creative enough in games. Tonight, he was absolutely brilliant. He really was. A number of shots, a number of crosses, even got on the score sheet, and what a goal that was. In the 67th minute, Jack Clarke came on for Gareth Bale, and then in the 73rd minute, it was 4-0. Great pressing from Tottenham. Great work from Dele Alli, who passed it to Vinicius. Vinicius laid it off to Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura hit it first time, right foot. What a goal, 4-0. In the 80th minute, Harry Winks, another shot from outside the box. And as I say, Harry Winks was absolutely brilliant tonight. In the 81st minute, 3 debuts, and fair play to Jose Mourinho. Debuts for Dane Scarlett, a 16-year-old kid, Harvey White, and goalkeeper Alfie Whiteman. Fantastic to see them 3 making their debuts at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Europa League. Players that went off, Dele Alli, Joe Hart, and Lucas Moura. Then in the 83rd minute, Harry Winks over the top to Scarlett. His first touch just let him down, but so unlucky for Dane Scarlett not to score on his debut. Just a minute later, Harvey White was so unlucky. His left foot strike just went wide. And in the 91st minute, Dane Scarlett again just went wide. Now you could see all of the top pros, Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, Joe Hart, all of those were willing Dane Scarlett and Harvey White on to score a goal on their debut. And what a feeling that would have been for one of them. Tottenham have now played 4 games in Group J. We have won 3, we have lost 1. We've got a goal difference of +8, and we have 9 points. We are second in the group because Antwerp beat Lask 2-0 tonight away from home. Just looking at the match stats here. Now, Tottenham had 61% possession at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tonight to Ludogorets 39%. We had 24 shots tonight to Ludogorets 0. Shots on target 8 from Tottenham, 0 from Ludogorets, and 6 corners for Tottenham and 1 for Ludogorets. So many positives tonight. Dele Alli in the starting 11 took his chance. Harry Winks, often criticised for not having a shot, not creating. Really creative tonight. I thought his performance was absolutely superb. Tanguy Ndombele, of course, went off early, but he was controlling the midfield. So many positives. Carlos Vinicius grabbing a couple of goals. His first goals for Tottenham tonight. The youngsters all making their debuts. It is going so right for Tottenham so far this season. Everything is going great, and highly delighted. I predicted 4-0. I thought it would be a very comfortable and, a routine win for Tottenham tonight, and it was exactly that. So next up now, Chelsea away in the Premier League on Sunday. Fingers crossed that we grab the 3 points at Stamford Bridge. I'm sure we will. I hope we will. And, I hope that every single player is on the, their top of their game on Sunday, and we just get that result, because going to Chelsea, we want to be picking up that, that result. We really, really do. Now, let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below on tonight's game. Until the next video, come on you Spurs.